So in today's video we're making this. This is a really simple, it's just a little desktop companion. The eyes look around, do a few different emotions, play a few different animations, swear at you, falls asleep, and basically does what any other desk assistant would normally do. It's powered by an ESP32 S2 Mini and uses a 1.3 inch OLED display. The reason I'm using the ESP32, the S2 Mini, is it gives me some functionality, because at the moment this literally just sits there and watches you, quite ominously. Gives me, it swears at me, expandability for when I want to make it more interactive and all that sort of fun stuff. But for today we're just going to make the basic shell, do some programming, wire it up and just get to this point here. So let's get started, I suppose. So to begin with, what we're actually going to do is prototype it all on a full-size ESP32. This is a rover module. I got this obviously as part of an Amazon kit, and we're going to use the breadboard just so makes it a bit easier working out wiring and whether I want to add more stuff, etc., before shrinking it down and putting it onto the smaller board. We're also going to need one of these. This is there's an I2C 1.3 inch little OLED. So we shall wash that on just like so. And of course, we're going to need some jumper wires. And we'll have to wire it up, so I'll do that now if we just... And there we go, we're all wired up. It's really simple. We've got 3.3 volts and ground, and then we've just got two signal wires going to the screen. It is a really very simple setup. The next step is to write the code, and I'm not going to go into too much detail with the code. You can see it here on the screen. Yeah, it took me a long time to write it, but basically it just animates the eyes and it just does all the little emotions and sweary things. In the future we will expand it, but for now I just want this little basic thing to work. So our next job is to upload it. So we're going to plug our board into USB. It should have lit. Oh, hang on, do we have a light? It should have lit up. Oh yeah, no, it has lit up. There we go. So we're all plugged in. So here we are in the IDE. We're all done. User aboard, because I forgot to press record the first time. We're going to hit upload, and hopefully that should compile the sketch. Still compiling. All right, now we are uploading, and you can see there's the thing blinking. And now, in theory, we have our eyes. I'm working in the sun here. The screen, again, isn't flickering in real life. It's just the frame rate of the camera and the screen, unfortunately. But we have our eyes, and they all seem to be working really well. Fantastic. So, the next step is to compact it all down and design the case. So this is an ESP32, the S2 Mini, which is absolutely minuscule. We're also going to need the screen. I'm going to use the same screen because do you think I am made of money? So it gives you an idea of the size. And we're basically going to solder just 4 leads onto here, onto the board. And that's literally all we need. Now, I'm going to hold my hands up at this point and say I've already recorded this video, but I didn't like it. So I've re-recorded it up to this point. But now what you're going to see is footage I took probably about a week ago. So enjoy. Okay, so several hours later, I have a head designed, and I'm going to stick with this one for now. We probably might modify it in the future, but now we need to 3D print it. And to do that, we have to save this. Let's save it as a mesh. Center the model, and for some reason it's sunk down. So I'm going to get up, and we'll see how the print comes out. So all my soldering, as you can probably see from this, is never been great because I'm having to use old solder and no flux and all that. So I went on to the old Amazon and I bought this kit. It's the cheapest kit I could find because, yeah, and ooh. So let's have a little unboxing, shall we, of cheap Amazon soldering iron kit thing with link I can't find anymore, so I'm going to guess it's gone. Got a pair of tweezers, there's some side cutters. These are actually quite handy, although I did notice that, I don't know if that's just worn or rusted already, but it wouldn't surprise me. We've got some rosin as well. Resin, shoot this stuff. Apparently it's better than flux, but we shall see. We've got a soldering pen with a nice clip, so you can, you know, let's put it in your top pocket of your shirt, just in case you ever need to randomly solder. Some other tips for the actual soldering iron. It's come with a screwdriver as well. One of these cheap screwdriver kits with the bits in the end. You know, so that's nice that they've thrown that in. And then we've got the actual. Hang on, I'll try and push it out. The actual soldering iron itself. I have already had this switched on. It comes with a little plastic condom for protecting it, just in case it's hot and you want to put it down. But I have noticed that it itself gets hot and melts. It's a soldering iron, you know, what do you need? It said in the, well, it is actually 60 watt. Whether it is actually 60 watt, we don't know, but it gets nice and hot, nice and quick. And it's got a temperature gauge. Again, I don't know how accurate that is, but at least it's got it. Let's try and put that away. And then it's come with a spring. Now I know. This is the bit for the stand, and the stand made me laugh. I know it's all you need, but isn't this essentially just a kitchen scourer pad type thing? And obviously the stand. Oh, and the thing I am going to need, I'm glad we've got actually, is the I can't get it out, hang on. Yeah. Is the desoldering pump. This is going to come in very handy in a minute, because what we're going to do now is we're going to desolder this, and I've not yet worked out how I'm going to do it, whether I'm just going to solder up or whether I'm going to use some plugs and perf board, or whether to just literally solder the new screen onto where that one is, leave the cables as they are, and find a way of just boshing it into the case. I guess you'll find out in a minute. So let's get this actually built up. Sorry, headphone users. Get this built up. I'm going to just shove that in there. Oh, it's tight. I'm sure there's a "that's what she said" joke in there somewhere, but there you go. Tight fit. So my goal is to basically take the wires off of this and solder them onto each one of these pins. And I'm going to leave the pins on the back because they'll fit into the case, and in case I ever want to butcher the screen for future projects, or you never know, or maybe change at the PCB, because I'm just going to do it the quickest way possible because I've got other projects to be working on and I want this one finished. But yeah. Also, you'll have to excuse my washing machine in the background. I'm sat in my kitchen because it's nice and well ventilated in here. But it sounds like my washing machine is having a better time than I am, so you'll have to excuse the sound. Okay, so now we're back at the desk. In theory, if I plug this in, we should get some eyes. And we have some eyes! And some random pixels. There we go, now he's alive. That's better. So, all we got to do now is kind of put his head on. That should look. Yeah, no, I'm happy with that. Right, I've got to work some bits out, so bear with me. Okay, so what I'm going to do for now is I'm just going to use these little sticky pads. Wish I hadn't taken them off. We're going to put them up, and you can see. Put them just below there, which hold onto the bottom there, and maybe. So that's the screen stuck in. Now we just need to deal with... So it was that moment he realised he'd forgotten to make a hole for the USB-C. So what I'm thinking I can do is maybe just... This is not the recommended way of doing this, but it's a way that I'm making work till I can reprint and redesign and reprint the case. Professionalism. Right, here you go. So it is very, very jankily, but we have an USB-C out, and now I know where to put the socket hole in the final design. And we've also got the little ESP32 just stuck to the side for now. So in theory, I should be able to stick this into its porthole. We have lines down the side of the screen. And there we go, it's done. So, as I said, this version is just kind of a proof of concept test type thing with the final case and everything. It's done and it's taken pride of place on my desk. But what exactly does he sit there and do? Well, it sits there, it looks around the room and just plays preset kind of animations, looks alive, does a bit of a sigh. Anyone who could help me, by the way, I don't know how to get rid of these lines, so as you've probably seen throughout the whole video, so if there's anyone who knows what that is and how I can get rid of them, please help me out. It's also got a bit of an attitude, so every so often it will swear at you. Whether I'm going to be able to catch that, because I've set it to swear at random intervals. Also, he winks at you as well, and eventually it will fall asleep. Now, it does that on a timer at the moment, but the next steps are to make this feel more alive and interactive. So I want it to react to loud noises. If it's asleep, I want it to wake up, play sounds, maybe light the mouth up, or maybe his little antenna here, and just make it feel more alive. But for now, this is a good first step. There you go, he swore at me. I feel like this is a good first step with someone who doesn't really know what they're doing. And yeah, I hope you like this video. I'm sorry if it felt lumpy or janky. It's my first video. I'm completely new to this. We will pick up this again soon and do a part 2, but for now I've got a couple other projects I want to work on first, and then we'll come back to this. But I really hope you like the video. Subscribe if you want to see more. Don't if you think this was rubbish. And yeah, hopefully I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.